Yo, what up, though? Welcome to another episode of Q Reviews. In this Q Review, we'll be going over the remake 2022's Pinocchio, directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks, and a wooden-ass puppet that couldn't keep my attention a whole 2 hours. Now, I'm gonna try not to rant about this movie. I really am. I'm gonna try to not completely compare it to the 100-year-old original that came out in 1940, but this 2000 remake by Robert Zemeckis, who made Back to the Future, made this abomination of a film. I mean, it's bad, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I'm trying not to call things trash anymore or really bash this movie, but this is a really bad movie, Pinocchio. First off, Tom Hanks is in this film as the live action Geppetto. And you talk about phoning a performance in, like, yo, Tom Hanks, nigga, are you Italian or you Tom Hanks? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? Because your accent is dropping in and all out of the place. It's everywhere. His accent was fucking everywhere, bro. You guys all know the story of Pinocchio. I'm not gonna go into that. You know what I'm saying? Geppetto loses his son and his family, and he decides to make a wooden puppet, and a fairy brings him to life. And speaking of that fairy, it's played by, I can't believe her name, Aribo, I think her name, whatever. She's only in the movie like 5 minutes. In the old Pinocchio, it was an integral part of the story, you know what I'm saying? It came at certain times when it needed to be. And she was only in the movie a certain time. She's gone. Pinocchio comes to life, sort of. But my main issue for real on this movie, it has no energy. You know what I'm saying? It has no energy. That 1941 has way more energetic and better comedic timing than this movie does here. Like, even that song, I have no strings to hold me down, it was so animated. You know what I'm saying? This one just had no soul. They were just saying the words. It's an actor's life for me. It just had no energy, bro. Okay, one of the main things I wanted to say here, this movie misses the whole point of Pinocchio. Pinocchio, from him being born, he was naive and he made careless mistakes, like lying and like being so naive and going places that he probably shouldn't be going to, like Pleasure Island. Hence him turning into a donkey from smoking and drinking. You know, he tells lies, and then the blue fairy godmother had to get him away from him. This Pinocchio here is just all goody two-shoes. He's just in there by coincidence. Yeah, Pinocchio in this movie does no wrong. He's just a victim of circumstances, which weakens our protagonist. We can't really relate if this Pinocchio is 100% goody two-shoes. And he doesn't even make that final sacrifice like he did in the old one, which he died for Geppetto, which hence him becoming a real boy because he made the ultimate sacrifice for someone else, you know. But this movie, I had a problem too with some of the inconsistencies of the CG, like Pinocchio himself again. Pinocchio looked kind of fine. I thought his wooden texture was weak, but they put motherfucking cartoon eyes on Pinocchio. Like, why is his fucking eyes a cartoon and shit? He doesn't fit in with sometimes he just didn't even look like he was in the fucking scene. It didn't even look right. Like, so, like, this is all CG, and then he has cartoon eyes, like paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand it. Why don't you just do it like Pixar, you know what I'm saying, like not Buzz Lightyear, Woody, you know what I'm saying, have some type of glossiness to his eyes. His eyes were soulless and Pinocchio was dead in this movie, son. And wooden is not even the word. He was dead, and the acting was bad too. And then at the end, the monstro whale was a giant catfish. I didn't understand why the fuck would you do that? Why would you turn monstro into a catfish? Yep, I'm ratting now. The sound of monstro, I hate to bring up the 1941 again, was fucking terrifying, and the inside of it was terrifying too, because you had all this, it was all like this pink, gummy, gooey type shit inside of the well. Like, oh shit, I'm inside of a well looking at us as a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of traumatizing. And in this one, it's nice. It's lit nicely. They're swimming through blue creek waters and everything like that. Like, this is wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is vastly different. So this is different too. In the old 1940s Pinocchio seems to perish, right? And the blue fairy brings him back to life. The roles are switched. Geppetto dies here this time, and the blue fairy brings him back to life. And they walk away into the sunset. And then as they're walking away, you can see he kind of turned into a real boy. It's cool, like, you know, but we never seen his face, like his front face. Like, we don't know what the live action Pinocchio looks like as a real boy here because they don't show it. And then Jickety fucking Cricket gets in front of the cameras, be like, and it's hard Pinocchio will always be a real boy. I mean, what do you mean in his heart? He didn't become a fucking real boy for real? Or this is Inception? It's up to our interpretation? That didn't make any fucking sense. We got talking foxes. We got fucking blue fairies. We got a talking fucking cricket. And Pinocchio cannot become a real boy. He was a wooden puppet. All this magical shit. And now you leave it up to our interpretation? Why? Why he couldn't become a real boy? I have a real problem with that. Like, what are you trying to say, Disney? Is this type of woke agenda? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Is it woke agenda or is it just fucking stupid writing? I don't know, Zemeckis. You dropped the ball on this one. I hate to be ranting. I see why this shit is on Disney Plus. And I'm gonna say this. People say like, oh yeah, I'm not comparing it to original. You got to look at this film as what it is. So I'm gonna say this shit right here. Say Pinocchio never existed. Say the old 1940 Pinocchio didn't exist. The story of Pinocchio didn't exist. And then you got this movie here. We will not be talking about Pinocchio next month. Not like the legend of the old Pinocchio is. Because this movie is totally forgettable. And it's totally lifeless and soulless and sad. It's a Disney machine. They steadily try to sell me toys in Geppetto's workshop with Roger Rabbit coming out and all the shits of the past. I'm just like... This is what's bad about Disney. You know what I'm saying? They should, I mean, I'm all for a remake. I don't give a fuck. Remake, whatever. It's never ruined in my childhood because if that one completely sucks, I just go watch the old Pinocchio. And I suggest that's what you guys do. So if I had to score Pinocchio straight up, I'm giving it a 1.5 out of 5. Like, it's so much wrong with this film that you know what I'm saying, I can't bring it to a higher score. Sometimes the CG is bad. Sometimes the acting is bad. Sometimes the music is bad. It has no soul. So that's why it gets the score that it's getting. Have you guys seen Pinocchio? Am I being too harsh on this Pinocchio remake? Yeah, let's have a conversation about it in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit me that like button. If you really like this video, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. I got no strings to hold me down. To hold me down. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.